Hello everyone. Hello Cube. By the way, just notice when I hit on the table, Layton actually jumping up. Seriously. Alright. Let me start it. What, finishing chapter 3 today? Who needs this story so far? Can't even skip it. Right, 27 puzzles. Right, so let's check. 27. I need to find 28 and so on. What, slapping Layton himself? Okay, according to this guide, 28, 35. How much left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 in the chapter. So 28 inside Layton's office for some reason. Why do we need to return back into office? Let's return back. Don't remember actually why I should return. Ah, Scotland Yard available. But if I return back to the office, the puzzle will be available or not? Not very well with latent puzzles? How do you know? Ah, that's not wrong in yes. We'll see how he'll be playing it. As it was requested, not by me. Yeah, here it is. Optional puzzle. So, when I checking this puzzle after I finish the chapter, I actually missing the dialogues. Not that I really need them, but why not read? Oh, Herschel, my boy. I've been looking all over the place for you. Didn't Delmona? This about my sabbatical? Sabaton. Right. No, nothing like that. It's just my granddaughter sent me another puzzle, and you did so well on the last one. But you have a look at it before you whiz off on your trip. Directing and delivery. Copycat. And wait a second, most of the puzzles here have the same first letter? Little girl is eagerly awaiting a delivery of flowers from this ball-riding clown. But it's up to you to guide him to her. Send the 4 commands. Jump a squirrel. Jump a squirrel. Go forward. Turn right and turn left. Tell the 4 animal symbols to plot the clown's route. How Rich Cat said route? Can you help the clown deliver the flowers without falling off the platform? So that's actually not so much variance. Can simply try every single variant or try to guess myself. So from the bunny, he must go forward. Or maybe he just needs to stop on bunny, actually I don't know. Because if he needs to go forward... But no, she's on his way. Oh. Let's see. Okay, maybe he just needs to stop on bunny. In this case, it must be forward from the cat or bear. If it's forward on the bear, he'll step on bunny. Hold on, I don't quite understand. jump escape, go forward, and turn right or turn left. He'll turn right and he will simply stop. Right? Let's check how it's working, because I don't quite understand. Despite he turn right? Oh, he's constantly moving, maybe. No matter what. Okay, he's constantly moving. Even turning. He'll jump on Bunny, he'll end up on the cat. Holy shit. Look, he was trying daily challenge. Non-collectible wizard here. You mean anybody rubber? He's here at night, usually. For me, it's morning. I cannot see on mornings. Yeah, we're talking with him. Several weeks ago. And I woke up in the middle of the night. And the only time when we can meet each other. Or was it Trench Cat? Hold on. Thinking we're supposed to go forward here. It's definitely not Bunny. Doesn't really matter. He'll jump on the bear. He'll jump twice and end up where? He'll go forward and land on Bunny. Bunny, for example, will go right. Gosh, it will not work again. Don't really want to check every single variation here. Key, if we turn left on the barrel, it will be Bunny. On the Bunny, for example, he'll go forward, on the cat right. Here will be an elephant, he'll jump, on the Bunny he'll go forward, on the cat he'll go right, and on the cat he'll go right again. Oh, wait a second, it will not work, but let's see. Jumping. Happened.
This was quite the conundrum.
I didn't check how it will end when the beginning to look correct. It actually was correct. Alright. So that was it. Excellent, Herschel. My little darling will be delighted. Okay, the next one. You're supposed to show me how much left. 29. 29. I believe it again will be optional. It should be Round's Way. Yes. Really needs a tablet or something, but I don't have it right now around me. Like this. Oh, hello. A bit dark on this alley, isn't it? Not very good in dark places, but I can't exactly admit that to the chief. Can I actually open it on my PC? Being dark doesn't make it any more or less dangerous, you know? Actually, I will do this. Why not? I will open the list of locations on the PC. Now, how it's called? Layton. And Azran Legacy Puzzles list. Now have the list. Gosh, there's tons of advertisements. Right now it's 29. Okay. Yes, ma'am. That's what the chief inspector said to him. He's a big on mind over matter and logic and all that, like in this case. You feeling as a tell around? Oh, look at this, Rich cat is here. We had this case a while back, where 3 fugitives were trying to escape on board a train. What? They each got into different carriages, but none of them hit in the first or last one. When we boarded the train in pursuit, the plan was to trap them by having a man in each carriage where a fugitive was hiding, as well as in the carriages on either side. What? And the team we needed was the smallest could possibly have been. How many officers were in the team? Wait a second, I don't understand the question. We must select how many officers. From 3 to 9. Okay, let's see. 3 fugitives. We're trying to escape on board a train. Train has infinitive enough of cars. What you know? Each one in a different carriage, but none of them hidden in the first to last one. So it can be like this, right? When you board the train in pursuit, the plan was to trap them by having a man in each carriage where fugitive was hidden. So 1, 2, 3 already. As well as in the carriages on either side. You mean like this as well? In the end, the team we needed was the smallest it could possibly have been. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Even the infinitive number of cars like this. If it was just 5, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But we don't know how many cars there are. That's why I don't understand how this is a puzzle. What's the trick here? Let's read one more time. 3 fugitives. Train. Different carriages. So instead of cars, they same carriages. But none of them hit in the first or last one. Okay. And you boarded the train pursuit. The plan was to trap them by having a man in each carriage where a fugitive was hiding, as well as in the carriages on either side. In the end, the team we need was... But it can be 5, it can be 7. What do you mean by smallest it could possibly have been? Okay. Let it be 3 different carriages, no matter what. It's always 3. And it's not the first one. It's not the last one. So the minimum would be 5. Now explain me why not.
How's this?
It is 5. Why not 7?
Piece of cake.
Justice prevails. Only 5 officers were needed to ensure the fugitive had nowhere to run. Maybe those crooks should have spread themselves out a bit more. Why it should be just 5 cars? This I don't understand. But okay, puzzle logic. Well done, you're not too shabby to logic itself, I see. Well, if you, the chief inspector, can work out how to catch criminals, I'm sure you can stand guard in a dark alley for a bit. Next is number 30. Let me see the location. It's inside Buccaneers. There should be destination too, so I believe it's unskippable puzzle, right? It really doesn't say anything like this. And so to one will be Scotland Yard. Huh. Let's go on the aircraft. Oh my god. First of all. What am I doing? So I must attend to the flight instruments, whatever. It's not the puzzle. This music they're constantly muted on Twitch. Better not to play it. But where the puzzle? It's not available yet. Only when I depart. Not sure. It's definitely Buccaneers. So it must be here. Let's click around a little bit more. Strange. So it's not available right now. Supposed to. Don't like it. Let me check a little bit more about it. Puzzle. But it sounds like it's a... No, it's saying it's not mandatory puzzle. So... Given by Raymond, it's saying. But Raymond, it's not given to me. This is Raymond. Yeah. Very strange. In this case, let's go to Scotland Yard. Okay, looks like despite it's optional, it's not available right now, and despite that it's number 30. I'll let it be. Hello one. Here we are, Scotland Yard. This building is quite imposing. Again, the Svinithopol music. Yes, Scotland Yard is the headquarters of the Metropolitan Police, who are in charge of protecting the entire city of London. I'm hoping to find some information on Tartan here. They have a huge archive room, don't they? There must be something there. Professor, have you noticed that lady standing by the entrance? Inspector Grosky, what a treat to watch you pursuing criminals on your home turf. So is so confident. I shudder to think of the danger you're in, but I know you cracked these top secret keys. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize you were there. You must be hoping to join the Clumpeters. By the way, I didn't check the sound on the stream, but I believe it's working fine. Because why not? And I skip the text. Hannah, you're president of Grosky's fan club, are you not? Don't suppose he disclosed details of his cases to you? You want to ask me about Grosky? I know everything. For instance, even as we speak, he's out one question by an evil organization. Hold on. Which sound? This sound. It's just so thrilling. Gorgeous Grosky, on a secret mission for justice, tracking down criminals while the city sleeps. Do you suppose it was classified? Well, I'm afraid you'll have to solve this puzzle or join the competitors. And puzzle number 30 simply not available for the heart, so there's no double H. A girl receives a letter in a box from her mischievous but also heroic boyfriend. My dearest darling Hanabi, but Brandon Scoundrels keeps me from you, but he's a token of my love, and will you unlock it before I see you tomorrow? Star of 10 lights, bright as fire, reveals my heart's truest desire. My love, Clumpy. Press 10 buttons, unlock a box. A star of 10 lights. Star. Supposed to be a star? Oh my god. Don't see any star here. Yet. Star of 10 lights, bright as fire. How many bananas here? A lot. How can you make it by using 10? 3, 5. Don't quite understand what we are looking at. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Something like this. 1, 2, 3. Second 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is supposed to be a start. Now I need to find it out. It's actually 100 stream streak from 1. 100. It's... well, it's 1 year supposed to be, as I'm streaming not so often. Congrats. Question is, how big the star can be? Example, can it skip something like this? Even third one could be a 300 already. Still don't see it here. Also, don't understand what should form it. Maybe it should be formed like... I don't know. Like this, somehow. Or it must be just dots and I must ignore everything else. If it's just dots, it could be... I don't know. Like this. Why not? You're living here, but you're losing 2-1. Oh, we really need to pay attention to, I don't know. Something with this. My god. Where the heck is the star here? Actually, I see some kind of boot. Look at this. Sneakers. But I don't see any star. Where should I look at? So maybe it's not a straight line. I mean. Boot is an answer? No, it must be star. A star of 10 lights. But god damn it, I cannot see it. Well, it's the best approach. This is actually the straight line. If I see at least one... how's it called? Beam of the star. Randomly, there's too many variants. It must be triangle. So for example, I see triangle here. But after this, where? They must be connected. I cannot just connect this one. Or can I? Damn it. Orange cat guy? Azran. Whatever it was. Gosh. The problem is, it must be something like this. Hold on. How's it actually working? So you have... ah, you must have 5. So 5 triangles. And the middle must be in this figure. Do you have something like this? Not really. Must be just 5 dots. Don't see anything with 5 dots yet. Well, this is 5 dots, but it's definitely not this figure. Gosh, weird it. Just 5 dots. That sounds awful. Tangaza? How they were calling the spells? Don't remember. It should be in the middle. It cannot be in there. Not possible, not this one. Just low of center? Don't see anything. No, don't see it. Well, you can see... oh, wait a second, how about this? Done.
Let's shed some light on this one.
Somehow notice it.
Excellent, if I do say so myself.
Was it this one, Cube? The heck? Correct. Very well. I think I can trust you. Hope you can help. Things seem in a bit of a stir-up at the station. I don't want anything put in Groski of his scheme. think it's all related to this new mission of his. How about Clump? You set the world around you all aflutter, just as you do my heart. It appears that Hannah hasn't changed a bit, but she can sense Inspector Grosky's presence a mile away. Left it as a mist. The words about the police station being in turmoil do worry me, however. Something big is afoot. Anyway, let us go inside and investigate. Hold on. I need to check one delivery. Because I'm selling stuff on eBay, but sending by not using the regular delivery. Must inform the buyer that something is going on. Where's my bay? Gosh, why cannot just simply play the game? Alright, let's continue. Whew. Did we change a little bit? Maybe not. Why am I unlocking all of this? Well, if it isn't Professor Layton, good day to you, sir. Hello, Constable. What brings you here on this fine day? Are you here to see Inspector Grosky? Actually, I was hoping to consult some of Scotland Yard's case records. Do you think that would be possible? That sort of thing is stored down the archives, sir. But after they're not accessible at that moment. Sorry, I can't give you any more details, Professor. Maybe a senior officer could give you permission if you asked, though. By the way, in Japanese, he's called Sensei, not Professor. It's Sensei, it's also a teacher and doctor, not just Professor. A senior officer? Somebody above Inspector Grosky, then? How else do we know? Off the top of my head, the only other person I can think of is Detective Inspector Bloom. Who's Bloom? Oh yeah, didn't you say he was a senior detective at Scotland Yard? Is this man a friend of yours? Well, he's a bit serious, but he and the professor solved a case together a few months ago. Mostly teacher? Very well, let's inquire whether he is here. Oh, if it's D.I. Bloom? What? What is D.I.? You're looking for Yunlak? He should be in his office. That's just down the corridor on your left, sir. Thank you, Constable. We shall go and see him immediately. Now this one.
Professor Layton, this is a surprise.
Good day to you, Detective Bloom.
I thought he's a villain in the previous game.
I'm sorry that I had to leave Montidor so suddenly. I was called back to London on an urgent matter.
That's okay. It must be really stressful to be a senior detective.
Sensei Layton, who lives in London, sounds kinda wacky? Wacky racing?
I must admit I've been extremely busy lately. We're in the midst of a somewhat delicate case. The whole department is in turmoil. But enough about that. Tell me, what brings you here today?
Tell you. How about finding a puzzle here. Yeah, it's definitely right. Not left. I'm sure you didn't just come for an idle chat. You're right, we're currently in the middle of an investigation, for which we need to consult certain case records. However, it appears that we need special permission. To enter the archives? Well, since it's you we're talking about, I don't see any problem with that. In fact, I'd take you there myself if I didn't have a strategy meeting in a few minutes. Tell you the officer to let you in. Take all the time you need. Thank you, that is most helpful of you. It's no trouble at all. Well then, I hope to see you again soon, Professor. Perhaps we can discuss archaeology next time. Yes, absolutely. Please excuse me then, gentlemen. Ladies? Well, that was easy, let's go. I know where the archives are. You go back to the lobby, and then straight down the stairs at the back. It's a bit dingy down here, and it smells funny. Wasn't he here before? If it's too unsettling for you, you can always wait upstairs, look. No, I can handle it. In fact, I bet I can find the records we need before you do, Amy. Oh, really? I can't resist a challenge. So, what are we looking for exactly? We know that Turgent are after Azran artifacts, so let's look for any relevant reports on theft. Understood. But these archives are huge. It'll take forever for us to search through everything. Suppose we'll have to divide the work between us and each take a different shelf. Look, do you think you can manage alone? You can count on me, Professor. I'll search my section extra carefully, from one end to the other. I'm sure you will. The heck. It's these stupid coins. This shelf doesn't seem to have any theft reports at all. That should be inside the archive, not something that's happening right now. There's nothing intelligent on any of these shelves, Professor. You haven't looked in any of the shelves over on the other side, have you? And the stepladder, I mean. Stepladder? Have a look over there, then. Not just ladder. Again, I'm getting some message. Better keep an eye on it. Okay. Look at this, Professor. You found something? But wait a second, Professor went here alone. And that about a robbery at the museum? Sure, not the same incident that the police are investigating at the moment. No, not the same incident, but the same museum. It's certainly not the first time it's been robbed. Really? How many times has it been robbed? It looks as though this is the fifth theft. how many TH sounds here, to occur this year. That's a lot, isn't it? I mean, the museum has nice things, but still. According to this report, all the items that were stolen have since been recovered. So every time this thief stole something, they lost it again? Not a very good thief, are they? Say, Professor, do you think the thief could be Disco? Maybe he was selling stuff back to the museum? Why not? Disco? Don't mean, Mr. I like to wreck things with mechanical monsters and dress up as a posh lady Disco? Of course, who else would I mean? He was definitely looking for Azran ruins. I bet he'll be low enough to steal things from the museum and cunning enough, too. Interesting idea, look. You may very well be correct. However, let us not rush to any hasty conclusions. I agree. As far as I can see, this report tells us nothing concrete. But Professor, didn't you say that the police are currently investigating a theft in the museum? You're suggesting we simply go there and see what we can find out in person? Exactly. Since the most practical course of action, let's take a bus to Kensington High Street and walk from there. But where's the puzzle here? Should I check this airship? One more time. Here it is, number 13. I'll get the passengers ready to fly while you finish off your business in town. But before you go, Professor, I thought you might like a puzzle to clear your mind. So obviously it will be the same first puzzle. The passengers will soon be on the move again, and you'll need to work out its course and objective from here. Every stop the airship will make on the way is marked on the map, and all you need to do is indicate the route from its current location to its next destination. However, that is, you can only move the airship to adjacent squares. Remember to stop regularly at fuel stations, or be in real trouble. So actually the same but a little bit harder. A little bit harder? Well, it's much easier than the first one.
Logical thinking is essential in my line of work.
To understand. And as this second professor was solving it, he cannot be brilliant. Solved effortlessly, as always. Well then, if you'll excuse me, I shall return to my duties. So the next puzzle is puzzle number 32. Let's see. That's optional puzzle. Must be inside the archives. Given by Emil. What? I was clicking on Emil. She was not giving me anything. Let's go back. The Amy is not here. She disappeared. Did I skip this puzzle? But it's impossible. I was clicking on here and there was no puzzle here. I don't like this at all. Where the heck is my puzzle? It's really archives. It's really Emil. Oh, wait a second. Archives maybe in library? In the university? Because next puzzle is university, next Kensington High Street, and next museum. Oh my god, I don't like this. Just why the game is so cruel. I want just to do puzzles in order, and it's not possible. Anyway. So they want me to go to the museum. Maybe after this I return back to archives? Or should I go to the university right now? Ah, looks like it's university actually. Really? So why there was no puzzle at archive? Ah, that was fast. Wasn't it just? Found that I wanted in no time at all. The university library is much better organized than it was in my day. So maybe it's a library in your city, but no, it cannot be. It used to be a real mess, not that I cared much. Your father, the professor, and I spent more time there doing puzzles than studying. I still remember some of them now. Like, look, you like puzzles. Come on, try this one. Shop and Spring, Game Double S. After saving up your pennies for a whole year. What? This one went on an enormous shopping spree. Starting at the supermarket entrance, she made her way around the shelves, picking up 14 items in total and spending every last penny of the 5,000. 5,000 pennies, just 50 pounds. She had brought with her. She didn't visit any chef more than once. But she didn't buy any fish or mushrooms. What? What route did she take around the supermarket? Didn't get it. Prices are shown pennies to make things easier for you. Create a path from the start to the goal by touching items in the order. You want to put them in her trolley. Next time on the road must always be adjusted to whatever the... It's kind of obvious. Where's my calculator? Ah, it's showing actually. This automatic calculator. Hold on, where's my mouse? So, she was not buying what? Fish and mushrooms. The best items in the supermarket is fish and mushrooms. Then left, what can I change? Well, it looks like it must be this way, but after this... Layton. Hold on. Not if we ignore this one. Can't be this in this case. It's not how I was supposed to do this. We must make it much smarter. So we have 5,000. We cannot use this. Cannot use that. Next, I need to count all the numbers here. And for this, I'll use calculator. So 220 plus 240 plus 350, 580, 190, and 30. So the delivery was completed. Need to write about this. 520. If I calculate everything, it will be 6590. So literally I need to find something that gives me a sum of this. Let me send a message. Hold on. Okay, we'll take a screenshot. Holy shit. Who's delivering like this? These huge cities, there's some kind of trash, I must say. Where are my messages? How the heck it's possible that they deliver it in front of the front entrance instead of the door? Could somebody call? I don't know. How people will want it. So 1590. I see it. How will it help me? This means that what? In general, it's approximately like 300 costs. So I must keep like 5 items? I'm not sure. If I skip this one, it will be like 50. 11, 50. And this one like soda. Let's make a calculator. Gosh. Cannot count it properly. 630. But there's no... wait a second. Anyway, this must be here. I'll never be able to grab this egg. If I don't see anything that will add me 600, that means I must grab these items. And if I must grab it, it must end up like this, instead of this. God damn it. How the heck it's not? Need to exclude 300. How can I do that? Now I must include 240. Holy shit, I cannot see it. What else can I include in this exclude? Actually... maybe I don't see something obvious. But I don't know what. It cannot be this egg, because it's simply impossible. I can exclude egg. What was that sound? So I can simply do a minus 220. Because I cannot grab this egg. It's already 1370. Everything else, it's possible to grab. And this or that way. $770. Let's see. Go here. Seems like it's not this one. As a variant, just simply ignore it like this. Oh, done. Finally.
I think. Easy peasy, Professor.
That's right, hold on there. You're getting brighter every day. That was a piece of cake for a gentleman like myself, mother. If you say so, go on then, run along. Why there was nothing at archive? Seems strange. How irritating. I know there's something going on at the museum, but they won't tell me a thing. Miss Publicity, if you ask me. What seems to be the matter, madam? What's you? Sophisticated man. I do remember I was asking already how to pronounce this word. Let me use Google Translate this one. Suave. Like swag? Need to check it, but I'll take a pause here. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. So, it's actually like swag. But swab. Sophisticated man. Are those two words related? Wait a minute. You know that famous archaeologist, Professor Sycamore? At a perfect time for an interview. Stay right where you are. This will only take a few minutes of your time. Perhaps later? I beg your pardon, but I just overheard you talking about an incident at the museum. Oh, I see you're digging for information. I don't know if you heard, but the police have closed down the museum. Just know something big is going on. And there's a real scoop here. But they simply won't tell me anything, not a single little tidbit of information. I see, presumably the police have not completed their investigation yet. What that got to do with anything? These officers usually take any chance they get to complain about their job. Now, even my usual source won't tell me anything unless I saw his silly little puzzle first. Not getting anywhere fast. But I can't hang about in London forever if I can't get my story here. Just have to find one elsewhere. You display an admirable zeal for work. You're too kind, Desmond. Here, before I go, let me give you this, a token of my appreciation. That's the last one, isn't it? Darrell Australian reporter Daria Cullen has given you a scrapbook. Don't even want to read about this. What is this? That material is an invaluable journalist scrapbook. Can use it to hold all my thrilling reports from around the world. I'll be on the road, so I can't tell you exactly when each new article will come out, but do keep an eye out for them, won't you? I'm sorry, sir, the museum's closed, but we know this. Professor, they still won't let us in. What are we going to do? Oh, look who it is. Look, Herschel, what a surprise. What brings you here? What? Clark, it's good to see you. Actually, we were hoping to investigate certain matters in the museum, but it appears to be closed. You're investigating? Fancy that, so am I. Good day. Dr. Triton, is it? Come on in, please. Just a moment, please, Constable. What is it you're investigating, Dad? The curator noticed something odd about some items that were recovered after being stolen. He asked me to examine them. That sounds important. Please don't let us keep you. That's all. I'm glad we bumped into each other. Perhaps if I help you get into the museum, you'll be able to help me too. I'll need to get straight to work, but come and see me when you found whatever it is you're looking for. If you'd like to get some background on our case, have a chat with the policeman inside. Should get you up to speed. Wait a second, maybe in archives I'm not sure. Should I return back and try to find it out? Let's try our luck one more time. Maybe I need to just click somewhere to start this puzzle. Definitely archive. Our puzzle was here. Why was saying that Emma will give it to me when Emma is not on the map? Who leaves books lying around like this? Someone could trip and damage their spine. It sounds like someone's a fan of tidying up. Actually, I hate tidying up. It just bothers me when things aren't in their right place. That's all. Don't say that. Tidying up can be fun. Take this puzzle, for example. Tell me it will be about moving things. This library has such a confusing system. Wait a second, is this confusing system actually, how is it called? Japanese puzzle? Pick something. Don't remember. And the librarians often given up and leave them in trolley. But why they different color? The numbers next to and above each shelf indicate how many books should be in that row column. That's correct. Some books are part of a series, so they bundle together to make them easier for people to find. You can retain these bundles if you need to. Date. Okay, let's see. Don't need the explanation. The problem is, it's shown how many books here, but we don't know we can separate them or not. Looks like not. There's 4 can be here, for example. Easily can be 4. So it's not so easy, like those puzzles. That's for sure. Well, if it's 5, it must be... Well, I can show where exactly it must be. So here, for sure. No, maybe it's better to use this. Which color will be here, I have no idea. But the rest I'm not sure. 6, 4... There can be an empty space somewhere. So this 5 is my only orientor. Gosh, it's not so easy. First of all, I must find the location of this lock. It cannot be here. Because here I cannot put it. There I cannot put. I can put that here. And there. And somewhere here. And that's it. Hello, Orange Cat. He's supposed to be one book somewhere. So 2, 4, 3, 4, 6. Wait a second, 6. It cannot be here. So 2, 4, 3, 4, 6, 4, 2, 1, 2, 5, 3. Okay, looks like done.
Okay, here we go.
But of course. See, that was fun, wasn't it? It must be fun of tidying up now, then, But tell you, Samuel, look at this book, though. They're all detective novels. Surely it's not a good idea to keep fictional cases mixed in the real ones with them. 33. And I have exactly 33, so the next one is 34. Let's check where is this. Why it takes forever to load something? Kensington High Street. Let's find the High Street. Here it is. Oh wow. I let Grosky slip from my mind for just a minute and now I lost him. He's a fast runner, but I've always managed to keep up so far. What a fool I've been, letting a puzzle distract me from my laugh. And to top it off, I haven't even managed to solve the bewildering little thing. Keep my mouse moving somewhere. He appeared suddenly? He appeared. Right. After visiting the floors on the first floor of a hotel, this man can be found by the lifts, sporting a massive bunch of roses. Sporting an agitated expression. Alright, he's planning to propose to his girlfriend, based on roses. He's waiting for him on the 25th floor. To calm his nerves, he starts thinking about the lift he's about to take. What? The lift takes 50 seconds to go from the first floor to the 5th floor. How many seconds will it take for him to reach for 25th floor? But not going to stop? How should we know about the velocity, etc? Whatever, it's kinda strange. So 50 seconds. Floor number 1. Floor number 5. So from floor number 1 to floor number 10 can easily take just 20 seconds, because the speed here is slow, here it's fast. How supposed to solve it where there's not enough information? No, serious. But how many stops there can be? So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 1, 2, 3, 4. Five. Oh my gosh. Where's my calculator? Or they said if you start in 50 seconds, you'll be on the level of 5th floor. Again, on 10th floor it can be less than 30, like 28. Okay, if we ignore everything and just divide 25 by 5, which is 5, and multiply by 15, it will be 75. But the puzzle cannot be so easy to be just 75. Isn't it? That must be some other problem here. We need to ignore the first floor and floor number 25 because it will be speed up and slowed down here. What we need to calculate between 2 and 24. Well, I mean 4. And what can it be? Those are unknown seconds here. They cannot be the same, but it doesn't matter. So 3 floors plus x plus y. Oh, wait a second. It will be... But wait a second, I can speed it up 0 floors, not just one single floor. And we must figure it out what it will be. 23 plus x plus y equal to what? Gosh. Okay now. Not a single Layton puzzle ever involved complex math? But what can I answer here? So if I do such mathematics, 23 minus 3, 20, x minus x and y minus y is 0, it will be unknown minus 15. It will be 35? Is it possible that it's 35?
Want an answer? How's this?
Of course not.
You're joking.
Well, it looks like nothing more than simple calculation, but perhaps there's more to it than that. There's more than it than that, that's correct. Something tricky. And I don't know what. Okay, at least I know it's not 35. Despite logically it could be. Math at all, it must be math. Look, he's saying that elevator takes 50 seconds to go from the first floor to the floor number 5. And we must figure out how many seconds it to reach floor number 25. It's not 35. Okay, this is all trash. Because I was counting floors and saying it seconds. Who is doing it like this? So we have 5 floors, which is 15 seconds. And 25 floors, which for sure, no matter what, is less than 75, because why it should be 75? What? This adventure holds the record for the most puzzles in the series, offering 500 challenges. 500 only if the servers were alive. They are not alive. What are you talking about? Let's see. Okay, I'm not going to take any hints here. Why is he not answering me? Let me check there. Not pending. Yin decided to ignore me. One more time. I doubt I need to use the capital R here and AI to get the answer. Simple math? But there's no math. It cannot be 75. It's impossible. Every single question here is a trick. Okay, let me use capital letters. Maybe that's the problem. Ah, I cannot use capital letters. Why? When I use an 8A at in the beginning. Okay, let's ignore it. It's on cooldown. Okay, let me answer 75 despite it's not 75.
This is how it's done.
Because it's not 75. It's obvious.
I'll get you next time, puzzle.
I don't need hints. So the minimum amount that can be, it's 15. Which is also not supposed to be correct.
Okay, Emmy, time to shine.
So where's the trick here?
Bother.
Okay, let's use the same approach that I used before, but more sophisticated. Where's the text? To calm his nerves, he starts. Why are there even roses here? If the lift takes 50 seconds. So 50 seconds is equal unknown amount of seconds plus unknown amount of seconds plus 3 unknown amount of seconds. What floor he's on? No, it does not. It is not. Pictures here meaning simply nothing, I believe. Because the picture that you must look at is actually in the bottom on the second screen. Not the above. Gosh, we don't know how it's slowing down and speeding up. Let's make a calculator one more time. This picture here. Still not sure. Baseball batting, Layton. Seems complicated. All right. Let me read from the beginning. After visiting the floors on the first floor of the hotel, he's on the first floor right now. This man can be found by the lips sporting a massive bunch of roses. Agitated expression. He's planning to propose to his girlfriend, who's waiting for him on 25th floor. Calm his nerves, he starts thinking about the lift he's about to take. So, from the floor number 1, it takes 15 seconds to go from the first floor to the 5th floor. And so what? How many seconds will it take for him to reach 25th floor? So we have... That's one. From 6 to 10... Oh, wait a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right, it's also 5. Next is 15. Next is 20. And 5 is 25. Knowing how the elevators is working, it must be less than 75. Not more. Right? There's more floors here the faster you arrive. Because the speed between the middle is higher than the beginning and the end. Oh my god. Where's the trick here? Holy shit. Okay, how is it possible that it will be longer? Yeah, he doesn't pass through the first floor, that's right. Why should it pass the first floor? No, it cannot take 15 seconds. You need to get to the second floor. How many seconds it will be from the first floor to the second one? From 2 to 5 or 15 cannot be. No. It's definitely not correct. Have floor number 1 where we are. Next we go into the floor number 2. That's one part. 3. Let's see. The first one. The second. Third one. Number 4. Number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? You're talking about this? That's difference between 5 and 4, 3, 2, but next will be on the floor number 5, right? So next will be 6, 7, 8, 9... Oh, wait a second, 10. 10 is 11. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh gosh, Kenna. You're right. That's a little bit different. Gosh, how should calculate it? Why is there no built-in calculator? But again, when you start, your speed cannot be instant. Let's ignore it. Let's ignore it. So we have 50 seconds, right? If we ignore acceleration, the speed between floors, I mean the time between floors, will be 3 seconds, 0.75. Actually, can I remove 1? It will be 375. Wait a second, thousand. Okay, that'll be this. Per floor. How many floors here? 24. So if I multiply it by 24, that's 90. Wait a second, 90? Sekina, there must be a complex mathematic. It's complex. Holy shit.
Set him up and knock him down.
Correct.
Huh, that was a cinch.
It's 375 by 24. Complex mathematic. So, thank you. It's so simple. Well, thank you. Now I should repeat on myself. Now I can get back to work collecting material for the new edition of Clump Uncovered. Nah, by the way, will be new Clump anime this year. Finally. It's going to be an exciting edition. Did you hear about Grosky's running with that gun of thugs? Send them packing, of course. It is troubling, though. I wonder if Grosky needs a little extra help. Let's check the next puzzle. It should be puzzle number 35. Inside the museum. Let's go to the museum. What I'm constantly finding. I don't quite understand. Did you hear? You haven't caught the thief, but he got all the stolen items back. That's what counts, huh? Suddenly something. How did the items come to be recovered? Can't say exactly. Azrans don't get all the details in cases like this, but I'm sure it was a seamless operation. It's not the last one on 3DS. On 3DS, there were... How many games there were? There's another one. Maybe 4? Maybe 5? So, the problem is that the next game was released on 3DS and on Nintendo Switch. So there were 2 versions of this game. One for dual screen and one for single screen. But yet again, 3DS version exists and I will be playing it on 3DS, why not? Have the best officers in the country. Scotland Yard, you know? Cream of the crop. But you haven't caught that thief? Well, it's only a matter of time, miss. I believe they were released on the same day, and if they are released on the same day, why should I play it on the next console? But you didn't play this one? Did you play Millionaire Conspiracy? That's new. Let me check the list of all the games. But I definitely don't want to play this game on Nintendo Switch. Alright, so first, second and third game on DS, and number 4 is also on DS. So there are 4 games on DS. Next one, Miracle Mass 3DS. This Professor Layton vs. Phoenix Wright 3DS. Azran Legacy 3DS. And Catrill, it's Catrill. And the Millionaire's Conspiracy 3DS and Switch. So 4 games in total. It's not the last one. So Google is lying to you. This is definitely not the last one for 3DS, because the next game for 3DS was released in 2017. Can send you a link, so you can see it. Google is lying. This one is a 3DS game, but it's not Layton. It's Layton game. Layton's Mystery Journey. You want to say that Layton is not here? Can't really, it's a subtitle. Let me open the game cover. Because I didn't play it, so I don't know what it is. So you want to say that this game is without Layton? It's possible. Why not? So... Cube was watching anime about Katrine. I don't want to watch it. And if it will be the game without Layton, what's the point in this game in this case? Anyway, first of all I need to finish this one. And this is actually a flashback, because it's prequel to the very first 3 games, and what happened in the last game. It was about the future and time traveling. Well, it's only a matter of time, yes, you mark my words. But first of all I need to play the other 2 Ace Attorney games that were released between these games. You regret that? Hell, definitely I'm not going to waste my time on anime. How can there be another robbery? What were the guards doing? Ever since that first incident, we have been giving them... Wait a second, AI finally returned back or not? Let me ask it. What am I typing? Okay, doesn't matter. It's finally answering. The famous professor remains a shadow in that tale, and the focus shifts entirely to his daughter's own investigation. But it's not his daughter. Who cares about her? No, I really don't like this game. I already don't like it. Alright, ever since that first incident, we have been giving them special training and we improved all their security protocols. Protocol Alpha Zero? Maybe somebody knows when the guards change over what their routes are or something. I beg your pardon, young man, but that's impossible. Wait a second, if it's routes, so it's supposed to be routes? If it was routes, it would be routes. I'm not sure. Why there's ES in the end? We anticipate such a risk in thief cases. Wait a second, let's ask. Look at this shit. It's ignoring me again. I wonder why. Oh, no, here it is. Routes? Routes? But why there's E between T and S? iOS game first. Oh yeah. I remember this on previous stream. Why the heck there's mobile games here? Layton Brothers were not released on 3DS, by the way. Information about the guard rotation is strictly confidential and heavily protected. Do a background check on every guard in the building, so maybe it will be very low quality. Even then you'll tell them only what they absolutely need to know. And yet something was stolen. I don't understand it. This is getting us nowhere. We really need some concrete information. Usually, mobile games are so terribly bad, and when they import them to some like PC, Steam, etc., they're not getting better. They're even worse. It's terrible controls. Perhaps we should talk to Clark. Where did that go? Anyway, can't see him anywhere. I believe he went in that direction. Wonder what he's doing. Come on, Professor, let's go and find out. But there's supposed to be puzzles somewhere. So technically I'm playing the latest Layton game. The next one is not Layton at all. That's kinda sad. No, it's definitely this man. Herschel, perfect timing. Have a look at this. And that... It's one of the items the ballistic records. But well, you can see for yourself. That's a terrible shame. It is indeed. It was an extremely valuable archaeological find that merited global study. It's anachronistic, you see. Anachronistic. I still need to play Nox for the third time. Does not belong to its time. Perhaps the technology is far more advanced than one would expect. I see. Anyway, the museum intended to restore the artifact as best they could and then put it back on display. But the curator noticed something odd when comparing it to the catalog photos. As I was part of the dig team that unearthed the artifacts, he asked me to have a look. I see, and what is your conclusion? Well, it's very puzzling. What is it that? I believe there are some fake pieces mixed in with the real ones. But why? I don't know. I only just finished identifying all the fake pieces. Hey Herschel, you were always good at this kind of thing. Why don't you have a look? Make sure I haven't missed anything. Suddenly. Should I play this game on iOS? Wait a second. I believe it's not available anymore. Because why should it be available? They constantly deleting the digital releases. Let's see. Some Layton game. Layton browsers are here. Layton Curious Village? For $10? Layton's Mystery Journey. Oh, it's here. It's free? And it looks very ugly, I must say. It looks very terrible. Holy shit. First of all, it's vertical screen, which I don't like. 3.7 rating, it's very low. From 53 people, so almost no one was playing this. Holy shit. Some free episodes. Oh my god. I don't want to play it on iOS. No, thank you. So the question will be, should I play it on 3DS or should I play it on Switch? And on Switch it will look better, but again it will not utilize double screen. It was vertical on iOS originally. Not sure what I will be playing it. The police managed to recover this ancient artifact after it was stolen from the museum. What is this? How this game is called? Something Wheel of Fortune? We'll examine the pieces to see if the artifact could be repaired. The curator noticed that some fake pieces were mixed in with the real ones. What? Have a photo of the artifact from the museum catalog so to find the real pieces and place them in the boxes for safekeeping. What are the real pieces? All of them? Okay, it's just chicken and matching them to be identical? Wait a second, but the first one is not identical. It's not the same, so it's also not identical. And this one is not. And this one is not. And this one is not. They're not the same. Oh, wait a second. That's the problem. The picture itself it's a little bit weird. But E cannot be it. This one. For sure not. Because there's a lot of space on the picture above, but no space here. Oh, wait a second. It's even mirrored? What is 02? What the heck is 02? They're all obviously fake. Hello, Jim. Work more. Am I winning? Not sure. I think they're all fake. Yet again, how should we know is it mirrored or not? If it's mirrored, so this one is incorrect. And this one is incorrect. And then what is incorrect? Even this. This is correct. This one is not. This is correct. Not. Just two.
Let's shed some light on this one.
Right. Very easy.
Excellent, if I do say so myself.
Well, it appears that nearly all the pieces are fake. I know, I didn't want to believe it either. I almost hoped you might prove me wrong. There must be an explanation, perhaps, if we take a step back and review the information we have? Well, it was only about Miro. But they look like fake as well. Even without Mirror. Quests? You mean point-and-click games? Actually, not really. Practical as ever, Herschel. Yet let's think this through properly. I more prefer to play Ace Attorney when you're playing inside the card, not moving around and clicking on all the items. Just saying the words when you're ready. But puzzles in general, they're easier. And quests in general, just going around and clicking everything. That's all. How can it be hard? And literally, if you follow some guide, it will be not just casual. Simple. Che, what am I supposed to do now? Solve the museum robbery case? Hold on. And so what? What should I click here? Incidentally, Herschel, is this? Of course. You've never met in person, have you? My apologies for not introducing myself earlier. I am Desmond Sycamore. Clark Layton. It is an honor to finally meet you, Professor Sycamore. I must admit, these are rather strange circumstances. But this game is mostly like visual novel with puzzles. And Zero Escape is visual novel with puzzles. And Ace Attorney. No matter, as an archaeologist, I am as eager as you are to see this thief and vandal brought to justice. Yes, we'll help however we can. Clark, do you know anything about the other stolen artifacts? As a matter of fact, yes. I have here a complete case report from Scotland Yard. Let's see. All 5 artifacts were found on different digs, but always deeper than anything previously found in the area. The artifacts were all gifted by different donors, and they were all certified genuine at the time they were received. I'm not saying authentic. Game Boy game? Wow. The very first Saturn game was for Game Boy Advance, that's correct. But this is Nintendo 3DS! It's not a Game Boy. They were all very deep underground, so extremely ancient. Perhaps there was difficulty in assigning their origin. Yeah, that is correct. Now the artifacts belonged to any civilization known to have inhabited the area in which they were found. And let's skip this text. I'm saying that's handheld. I personally don't like handheld consoles. Holding them in hands instead of looking at the screen, sitting like properly like this. Yes, it appears highly likely that all these artifacts were of Azran origin, and I have a fairly good idea who might be responsible for their theft. What do you think, Professor? Who stole the Azran artifacts? Tarjan, Sycamore, Descal. Sycamore stole them. Professor Sycamore, surely it wasn't you? This isn't a joke, Professor. Do you really think I would steal and vandalize such precious artifacts? I suppose I nipped over from Lake Cod to carry out their last theft. Be serious, please. But what if it's him? Okay, Targent. It must have been Targent. I agree, and they're certainly capable of such thefts. Targent? An unscrupulous and powerful secret organization, so secret that everyone knows about it. The interest in the Azran leans toward the obsessive. They certainly have no qualms about robbing the museum then. Still, that doesn't explain how they did it. After the first incident, the police tightened the security on this place tenfold. All information about the museum was on a need-to-know basis, and they took particular care with the guards' routes and timetables. I really can't imagine how a thief could have sneaked in and out unnoticed in 5 separate occasions. I think I have an inkling of how this was accomplished, Professor. I think I may have come to the same sorry conclusion that multiple thefts prove it. Prove what? Explain. It's somebody from the police side. No? Very well. How did the culprit sneak up the guards? You know the ship's schedule? They work for Scotland Yard? They robbed Scotland Yard. They work for Scotland Yard, I'm sure about that. The culprit must be inside Scotland Yard. I don't see any other possibility. If only the police know about the guard rotation, the culprit must be one of them. I always thought that police and Scotland Yard are 2 separate organizations. So it's the one? Yes, that was my conclusion as well. Goodness, if that's the case, well, all bets are off. Something else bothers me, though. That broken artifact. Where did the fake pieces come from? And could it be that all the recovered artifacts are fake? Dr. Triton, how difficult would it be to create copies that would fool the experts here at the museum? Very difficult. It's not just a question of time and money, you'll need archaeological expertise, gifted craftsmen. Wait a second, to craft something, some artifact, you need some ancient material first of all. Not something new. Like an old stone? Expertise? All thing that Turgeon have at hand, I'm afraid. This and what? What they didn't have was a way to return the fake artifacts to the museum without arousing suspicion. Unless it's another eye that turned into him. How could Turgeon plant the fakes? They were always fake. There are no fakes. They use the investigation. What? They were always fake. That's why they returned them back. No! If the stolen artifacts were fake all along, that would explain why the recovered ones also turned out to be fake. I see logic, but it's not possible. The artifacts were all verified as genuine when they were first gifted to the museum. Genuine. Authentic. In any case, I'm positive that the artifact I showed you was different from before. I back it up myself though. Gosh, it's how many streams since I first learned this word and I still can't remember how to pronounce it correctly. There must be another explanation. Let's think again. Quit is as what? Salary mayor? But of course. Now he's just a curator of this museum in London. There are no fakes. Still not. Is it possible that we are mistaken and there are no fakes? You doubt your own judgment, Professor? Well, I don't. Some of the pieces of that broken artifact were most definitely fake. Come on, let's review the possibilities once again. Why is the heck it's an investigation? The policeman outside didn't seem to know much about the recovery of the artifacts. What if the police investigation was a sham? Make a show of conducting an investigation while the fakes are being made, then simply recover the artifacts when they're ready. That might actually work if the culprit was indeed part of the police, as you suggested. I think I'm beginning to see the scope of it. No simple constable would have the power to accomplish this, though. All artifacts are fake, by the way? Why? No, the perpetrator must hold a position of influence. I believe Turgeon has a more within the upper ranks of the police. So, ship problem. Hold on, if you think about the ship problem, what is important of the ship is it is the same. I mean, it's doing the same functions and have the same crew. It's not the game console that playing the games. It's the gamer himself who's playing the game. So, if the crew is the same, it's the same ship. Not a problem anymore. Look our truth that Luke is Robotic. It was explained in anime? No. By the way, I'm looking at the Layton icon here on the left and he looks like he has very huge lips. What is this? Sure not, to think they could have infiltrated our institutions. To that extent, Turgeon's power must be great indeed. Alright then, Dr. Triton, have you discovered anything amiss? Duck face? Right, duck face. Restored how? Wait a second, they supposed to excavate it and supposed to stay original? Not damaged? No, all is well, Constable. Thank you. I would like to continue examining these artifacts, though. if you don't mind. Please, Doctor. They're all yours, so to speak. I'm still searching the museum for clues. Give us a shout if you need anything. Yes, thank you. That was very prudent of you. Well, there's really more within the police. We can risk them finding out what we know, can we? No, indeed. There's no reason to doubt these men here, but we do not know who they might report to. I think our best course of action is to go directly to Scotland Yard. Still, I don't quite understand how old artifacts are the fake. Still not sure. Yes, we must identify them all as soon as possible without alerting them first. Let's take the bus straight down. They're not the same way back in the day? It's like all the people are not the same. Every single, let's say, cell in your body completely was replaced in like 30 years. So 30 years ago, you were a completely different person. Not the same as this one. So everything is fake around here. Didn't want to click on you. So there's sort of 5 puzzles. How much left in this chapter? Maybe 2 more. Of course. Right. So if some president, some country was replaced, it's definitely was replaced. So this ago it was completely different president. So the 5. Well, I'm talking about this fake theories, etc. Hold on. Sort of 5 was solved. There are no more puzzles in this chapter. Looks like. The next puzzle is in the next chapter. That's it. The PC assembled? The most important part of PC is operation system that was installed. Nobody. And wait a second, it's operated based on electricity. So every second it's completely different. The part of electricity. Electrons. They change in themselves. So every single second it's completely different entity of PC. Why not? How am I supposed to go? Get information on Scotland Yard. I see. Well, yeah. To show this light here, it's using a brand new light particle. Isn't it? It's not completely the same like it was just a second ago. I'm not distinguishable. Why not? What if I mark them? That's why I'm talking to him. Good day, sir. I'm afraid the station is on high alert at the moment and we can only address urgent matters. I have to assess the importance of your visit based on the number of puzzles you've solved so far. I can't? That's terrible. Well then. Oh, it seems you fulfill our requirements. 25 or more puzzles solved. It's going in. Can we replace electrons with something else? Like we can replace liquid inside the cooler with something else and still will be cool in it. Let's find the replacement for electrons. Oh, Inspector Grosky. How fortuitous it is to find you here. In a quark of seconds. Oh, Layton, hoping to introduce someone to the strong arm of the law, are you? Actually, there's a matter I'd like to discuss with you. I was wondering if you knew who was in charge investigating the thefts at the museum. Think Bloom supervised those himself. He'll be able to help us then. I presume Detective Bloom was also the one who returned the recovered artifacts to the museum. So all this time it was Bloom, as I thought in the previous game. Actually, he's a real archaeology buff, so he took a personal interest in the case. He was really chuffed to get the things back. For two... What? Can I use something different, not this? Still a fortune. It's still unpronounceable. For two. And the last part? Ich tu's? Ich das? God damn it, why using this? What am I typing? It replaced two with what? T? And that suffix use a short E sound like in beat, rather than I. Beat. 4, 2, E. Why the heck there's H here? Simple words can provide us with a small mysterious... But of course, I don't understand these small words. What the heck am I doing? No response? Not thinking too much. Alright, he knew what they were right away. Don't even need to get any tests done. So he likes archaeology as well as solving crimes. Sounds like you, Professor. Pardon me, Inspector, I have one last question. Ask away. Yeah, it's not answering. It decided to ignore me. Holy shit, how the heck am I supposed to solve it and make it answer me constantly, non-stop? I simply don't know. Ask away. Oh, wait a second. English phonetic can be strange labyrinth, but you don't have to navigate it alone. Just think of E as in beat, and tas like in cactus? Tas. So it's 4, 2, E tas? For 2 E tas? What the heck? How it's pronounceable? Fortuitous! Holy shit. It doesn't help me at all. Four? It was 4. Fortuitous. I need to hurt to understand it. Who else had access to the artifacts between the time they were found and the time they were returned to the museum? I really need some voice commands here. I think Bloom would run these clumsy offs, but not this TTS because it's not regularly correct. With such fragile objects, nobody else got near them. Now Layton, spit it out. Do you know something about the museum thefts? I still can't remember about this genius, whatever it is. I'm constantly forgetting this stupid word. I don't understand how can I remember it. So 1 week, and completely forgot it. I do, Inspector, and I have to thank you. You just helped us identify the perpetrator. What? What, really, Professor? Think about it, look. Remember all we have learned today. Inspector Groski, would you please accompany us to Detective Bloom's office? Of course, later. Friend, you lost me, but I suppose you and Bloom will clear it all up. It's actually time to save him. For some reason I wasted a lot of time on this chapter. And let's take a pause. Be right back. I will check how to pronounce it correctly. What, I sent it myself, but of course. Oh no, I said it not to myself. Creative way to simplify the phonetics? Strips away some of the word's mystery? Well, because it's much easier to read it like fortuitous. Fortuitous, actually fortuitous. Fortuitous. Done. Well, if you want to learn how to pronounce Japanese words, there's a super easy way to do this. But why for English it's so complicated? If they're doing it for other languages, why not to do it for English as well? Translator? In any language I know better? None of them, sadly. As an sandwich cat, I completely, identically do not understand every single language. Every single one is still a mystery. That's because I was constantly mixing them all the time. Not a single language I used more than 5 years in total. Was constantly switching between them, and that's why not a single one I know the very perfect way. Mr. Russian, noble Russian. Professor Layton, hello again. How may I help? Written as how's it called? Hogburn Japanese transcription? It's working very perfect. When I see it, I can identify how to pronounce the word easily, super easy. But you cannot use it for English. So if it used like I tap it, like how did I tap it? Fortuitous, I would be able to read it and pronounce. Because it's really like Japanese. F-O-T-O-E-D-E-S. Fortuitous. Perfect. But I need to train AI to do something like this. So usually I'm constantly asking, hey, do it like it would be in Japanese, but it's not understanding me. It's trying to actually convert the word into Japanese, like good luck becomes good luck, obviously. Professor Layton, hello again. How may I help? Oh, I need to finally learn how to pronounce all of this, what was this? Tat, etc. And remember this, once and for all. It's again not possible, forgetting regular words like, what was this again? Genuine? Professor Bloom, I'm familiar with an organization named Targent. I know of it. Come on, please. I have reason to believe that Targents are the ones responsible for the recent thefts at the museum. Very impressive, Layton. If you have deduced that much, I suppose there's no reason to be coy. Oh yeah, there's tons of Russian words that I'm pronouncing incorrectly. Still. And I recently learned, when I was trying to learn how to pronounce many of the words, I noticed that many people are not pronouncing them correctly. Even Creighton. Their pronunciation completely different in Russian. As a matter of fact, I also suspect Turgeon in this case. What? In a couple of years, learning will become even more difficult for me? Because of the age? My belief it's already happened. But as yet, I had no success in finding where the agent fled to. They sleep a lot. So you have not considered looking for the criminal inside Scotland Yard? What? One of our own? That's absurd, Professor. Sorry, I expected a lead, not ridiculous conjecture. You'll excuse me, I must return to work. I won't remember your words.
Mere conjecture, Detective.
No
I
way.
am confident that I've positively identified the criminal in question.
Well, in that case, I'm all ears. Please elaborate.
The thief stole the artifacts and replaced them with fakes. He manipulated police information and disrupted the investigation. It must therefore have been someone in a position of power within the police who has been working undercover for Targent for some time. And that person is you.
It was an Ace Attorney reference. Word rolls? Well, in Russian there's the same strange rolls, especially in word spelling. Like how the heck in the word milk there's 3 O's? Learning something on purpose is useless? Became useless about a decade ago? What? Why? In general, in the world, you mean? Spectre, I assure you, I wouldn't make such an accusation without solid proof. This should be interesting. Please go on, Professor. Very well. I don't know. I understand that you were in charge of the museum theft case. That is correct. Congress Museum security. Oh, wait a second, you want to say that something will happen with the world in general? It stopped its existence in few years? That's supposed to be the same as you use. Where's my Google Translator? Can I post a screenshot here? Actually not, I cannot. Let's switch the language. It already happened? What? Wait a second, I need more information, Range Cat. What happened? The correct spelling of this word. Where the heck I can send it? On Discord and post here the link? Might be yes. Hold on. Now, how can I get the link? Share. Copy. Post it here. There it is. That's how it's supposed to be. The perfect spelling, no errors, and you can easily understand how to pronounce it and where to put the stress. Some time to formulate? Okay, waiting. The Crest Museum security, because I have so many ideas of why learning is useless. At least 3 different explanations. Actually, I don't want to learn myself at all. Congress Museum security used secret information concerning guard shift patterns to just a few police officers. You can't use Discord because it's forbidden? And Telegram soon will be banned? Wait a second, so you cannot even open this link? Oh my god. Anyway, because you'll not understand without references. But really? I just used Telegram already banned? Holy shit. This is the Russian word. And when you see O in the word, it's where you put in the stress. It's always on the last syllable here. Because the first 2, they don't contain O. And you cannot put the stress on A. It's impossible. So you can easily, by spelling, understand where the stress and how to pronounce it correctly. There cannot be any mistake, but when you look at the Russian word, you're thinking, where the heck is supposed to be a stress? How are you supposed to pronounce it? That's why I'm thinking that Belarusian language one of the best ones. Yeah, that's a problem, there's 2 different Belarusian languages. Klasyczna and Troszkiewicz. And which one should I use? I have no idea because they went separate paths. Wait a second, not passes. Paths. Like 20 years ago. When I finished my school education. Yeah, but some rules are simple and some are super complicated. Like, I cannot guess anything here if I don't know the pronunciations, based on what I see. There's too many rules. Like in the Russian language, there are very simple rules. Just few of them, not so much. So, Japanese as well would be an easy language if there was no kanji. Wait, kanji. Gosh, what am I saying? So they simplified it from Chinese, and they completely get rid of it. All these letters, useless letters, that there's no need to use. Becomes simple as well. Well, first of all, there are no stresses at all. When there's double O, you just pronounce it long and lowering your voice a little bit, and it could be a stress, but actually it's hard to explain. That's why it's easier. Easier than English. Information singularity. Gosh. Are you starting these zero escape theories? But we have AI for this. Sadly cannot copy the part of this word. Well, I will not be able to explain it fully into sentence, into each shot. There's too much information, one never learns enough. AI can learn it. It's a point where information expands so rapidly that traditional learning becomes obsolete before it can even be completed. Sounds like a digital storm that renders your books useless. But AI can handle it! I'll be using it. I replace myself with AI that will be playing games. So, what is this? To increase museum security, you restricted information concerning guard shift patterns to just a few police officers, one of whom was yourself, of course. Yes, obviously, I was the one who gave out all the guard instructions. Evidently, my measures were not enough, and the thief was able to steal more items. For judgment on my part, I'll admit. Must say, it's so easy to create even more zero escape games with a lot of different theories and morphogenetic fields, etc. But why nobody doing anything like this? I mean, they are small indie projects, they exist, right? They want some AAA project, and nowadays there's like none of them. It's Vada. Wait a second, I remember the word with two stresses on it. It's shklo or lakno. And when you have double O, it's two stresses. So if there's 4 O's, stress must be on each one of them. That's why such words don't exist. Yes, there was in fact several thefts in all, yet you managed to recover every single one of the stolen artifacts. That's quite remarkable, I must say. Naturally, I was shamed by their failure to protect the items, and that I poured every available resource into finding them. Hold on. Vada contains double A, and the stress in the last one, it's not perfect, right? I see. And may I ask what you did with the artifacts after they were found, before you returned them to the museum? I kept them here, where they would be safe. What of it? In that case, I can only come to one conclusion. that you are the thief. Nobody else would have been able to replace the real artifacts with fake ones. And it is you prove that I am the criminal? It's already there for a moment. That reasoning will never hold up to any kind of examination. Just because, actually, here they could easily add this gameplay mechanic from Miles Edgeworth investigations. Why not? Just because I was the one in charge of guarding those objects doesn't mean that they were in my sight the whole time. In fact, there would have been plenty of opportunities for other officers to make the switch. Thank you, Lieutenant Bloom. I'm sorry. What you just said confirms everything. Tell me, how did you know that the artifacts had been replaced with fakes? But isn't that what you just... The fact that some of the recovered items, some of them, a fake was only established an hour ago by myself and a few others. Amy, look, you can bear witness. What did the constable in the museum tell us about the stolen artifacts? Celine? Wait a second, hold on. Hold on. It's actually more an English word than Russian word in Belarusian. Because the one is podloga and the upper one is stol. And stol sounds a little bit like ceiling, but actually not. What the origins of the word stol? Let me find that out. Oh, let's use a... Gosh, I cannot even type correctly. Obviously they came from some other language. Syrian, Proto-Slavic roots. In this case, Russian language is not Slavic language. Obviously. Planks being spread out or laid down. Ironic twist of linguistics. That the same foundation for a meal became the name for what hangs above your head? What? So, table and ceiling is actually the same word? What a surprise. Didn't think about it. Well, the Russian language is mostly Slavic language. And Russian is not. How did this happen? I have no idea. He just saying there that the detective on the case got all the objects back. How great the officers at Scotland Yard are. Yeah, he certainly didn't say anything about them being fake. Exactly, they were the only people to know about the fake artifacts. So please explain, when did you find out about it, Detective Bloom? What are you talking about, Layton? You said it yourself just now. You accused me on the basis that only I had a chance to replace the artifacts with fake ones. Oh yes, you're quite right, however it is your reaction to that which is puzzling. You were the detective in charge of this case. This was a crucial piece of new information. Shouldn't you have been surprised, horrified even, to hear that the precious articles you had recovered were fake? Шкло волокно of fiber. Should you... Oh, wait a second, I already read this. But you were not surprised because you knew perfectly well that the artifacts were fake. Because you orchestrated the swap in the first place. Do you deny it? It seems I underestimated you, Layton. Then you admit it? You're a Sergeant Mole? I think I had better say no more. I see. Detective Inspector, DI? Leonard Bloom, I'm arresting you on suspicion of theft, forgery, and corruption. That's one fewer Sergeant agent out there. You did, Professor. Just what? You like all because it's... Oops. I see. Well, spelling at some point of time was decided. Because language, the speaking language, comes first. I have all of them, and Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance, and Nintendo DS, Nintendo 3DS, and Switch 2. Revelations, sadly. At the point time when I was playing Revelations, I didn't have the second stick here. Gosh, it's so dark that I cannot show you. To brighten it up, I need to turn on the light. Hold on. You see the stick here? The second one. The left one is here. The right one is here. I didn't have this console. And without second stick, it would be like almost impossible to play this game. I had different console, and different console that I had was this red 3DS. And doesn't have any stick. It's empty here, just 4 buttons. Again, it's dark, but it's still visible. Okay, like this. You can install the second stick. It's using infrared connection here on the back, but problem is I replaced it with a USB, micro USB, to capture the footage from this console. So second stick was not possible. So when I needed to play Resident Evil Revelations, I played it on PC. On PC, by default, if you download the golden version, whatever it's called, it contains unlocked the most, actually it's maybe in default game as well, the most difficulty is already unlocked. It was called Inferno or something, doesn't matter. I was trying to play it, but it was so hard. And next I check that Nintendo 3DS version didn't have such difficulty, unlocked by default. You needed to play the whole game on normal to unlock it. I was playing it on normal, sadly. They all like them? They all like what, Trench Cats? Resident Evil? 3DS? Alls in Russian languages? Chinese multi-adapter of some sort. So, when it will never happen because I already played one of the versions, and second, so far I played only second version of Tomb Raider. I'm playing Revelations on 3DS? Don't want to. I was playing Mercenaries 3D on 3DS. And that was the only Resident Evil game that I played on 3DS, and it was actually not bad. Biohazard 2. So, Bloom, that upstart, he was our mole. Yes, Chief, is all but admitted it. So far I played more than 30 Resident Evil games, I don't remember how many. 36, 38? Well, a lot. And the only Resident Evil game that I didn't play so far is Requiem, and I cannot play it because I don't have GPU to play it on. So maybe next year, when there will be new Silent Hill, I'll play them together. That's it. I knew there was something off about him. Well, good work, Grorsky. I'll take it from here. Yes, Chip. Thank you, Chip. But we're already playing almost 3 hours. Suppose that man is Inspector Grorsky's superior. I've never seen Grorsky stand to attention like that. I'm glad to see that Scotland Yard is not wholly corrupted. Yes, as long as they're like I here, the safety of London is assured. Like 6 hours? Well then, case closed, gentlemen. One case closed, perhaps. I mean, do you recall what the main goal of our current investigation is? Right, we were about to set off around the world looking for the 5 Azran eggs, aren't we? Yes, and we haven't even started that part yet. Quite. Let's not dilly-dally any longer. It's time to follow the trail the Azran have left for us. Right? Back to the aerodrome then. So, it's still not finished. Who the heck is this on the right? It's a new character, Swift. Don't remember him from previous games. Bloom is out. His cover's being blown. In this Layton's work? Yes, shall I deal with him, sir? No, no. Do not interfere. Now they have Bloom, they'll think they won. They will let their guard down. Too much characters chatting? American TV shows? Blunt talks? Which shows do you remember? Nothing will stand in the way of our plans. In any case, still need them. There's still so much they can do for us. Yes, sir. And we'll assign the assassins, double S, to all the tasks for now. Assassin's Creed. Someday I'll play it. Started this game twice. It was so boring at the beginning that I never was able to finish it. I still can't believe we are going around the world. It's so exciting. It'll be a very lengthy and tiring journey, not to mention dangerous. I do wonder if it's advisable to take you with us. Don't even think about it, Professor. I'm going with you, whether you like it or not. And then the way it is. Very well then, the Bostonians awaits. Wait, Herschel. In that? In that? Herschel, I'm so glad we caught you. His parents? Papa, what are you doing here? You heard that you were sending off on a grand trip around the world, and you never breathed a word of it. So people are saying that children becoming the same as parents, and his parents are fat, so Layton will become fat in the next game, and he'll be much older. Well, the next game on Switch 2. Yes, we rushed over here right away. And lucky with the bosses, thank goodness. Discovery? There were some shows about custom motorbikes, so Discovery was always about nature. Dogs, shouts, making scandals, show some bike. Oh my gosh, remember this British show about the cars that everyone likes except me, because I can't stand what they actually say and how they test and everything. It's really for the show, not for what actually happened with the cars. So mostly they're lying, I would say. You can't get any useful information, only entertainment. I prefer useful information, of course. Even it's boring. You're lucky with the bosses, thank goodness. Honestly though, you could have given us a ring before you left. Come on, Mom. You know I travel for work from time to time. You wait till you have children, Herschel Layton. You never stop worrying about them, not even when they're all grown up. I know you, a quiet, respectable academic. He's not academic, he's professor. It's actually, what was this? The joke from what? Oh yeah, there were 2 Ukrainian comics that were using it. Figured out what was actually this. Tendency to do wild and extraordinary things when the fancy takes you. Was it about rabbits? I don't remember. Orange County shoppers? What? Just like someone else I know, when she was younger. Didn't you once send off on a trip to John Groats? What is this? With nothing but a fishing rod and a penknife, ma? That was 4 days ago, Herschel. It was a different world. Now I've brought you some of my cherry fruitcake for a trip. More sugar. How to determine which info is useful? The one that I can use? First of all, I'm learning and taking a lot of information. After this, I figured out is it what I can use and what I cannot. So at first, it's very hard to determine, of course. So I'm constantly changing my opinion based on this. So thinking like this website is the best one, like Game FAQs. Next you figured out this Moby Dick website. And next you figured out that both of them don't contain everything and you must mix them. And for sure there's still some missing information about the games. But you'll never know this. It's better never have this dark syndrome whatever, when what you see first you like it the most. If you do this, you lose some helpful information. That's correct. So need to gather more information and more information. And in the end you'll see that this British show about cars is actually bullshit. It's better not to watch it at all. Eaten apples 10 years ago? What? Information singularity. I will remember this because I actually was thinking about it when I was playing some game, like Zero Escape. I don't remember which game was it. And also we shall know. Well then, I should get going. Thank you for coming all the way out there to see me off. It was nothing, son. Anyway, enjoy your trip. Why is the heck son here has capital S? Is it correct? Or it's a British way to spell son with capital S? And do give your own parents some news while you're away. It's actually not the first time when I see it, but looks like the first time when I saw it was actually in Layton game as well. Yeah, send us a postcard now and again. I promise, and I'll come by to see you when I get back. Finally. Time to end this chapter. Thought stream and thought chapter. Professor, have you said your goodbyes? Yes, but I'm somewhat puzzled. How on earth did they find out about this journey? Maybe they're Turgent agents? Well, there's no great mystery there. It was I who contacted your parents. I'm sorry that I did it behind your back. Do you mean to say that you know my parents? Indeed, I owe a great debt. Again. It's debt, but why there's B here? Debt. Debt. Deb. Why the heck it's 4 letters in this word? To them, from a time long before I became an archaeologist. As such, I followed your career with some interest. That's why I know to write to you when I needed a reliable partner. Another word that I finally remember is threshold. Why is it it's threshold and not threshold? Because on the spelling you would suggest it's stress and hold, but no, it's threshold. Simply strange. I see. Well, thank you. No, thank you, Professor. I hope you don't feel as though I'm dragging you all into this without any say. Not at all. I have come this far, and we intend to see it through to the end. Not to hear it. Threshold? When I see J, usually for me it's something Spanish. It's supposed to be pronounced H. There's something I would like to show you. Here, look at this illustration. The egg. That an Azran egg. Methodology. It is. This is how they're depicted in Routledge's ancient histories. threshold? Acknowledge supposed the X to be their curative, pretty ornaments. He never believed them to have any special power or meaning. I see, then the Azran had their true purpose well. Hit. A wise move, though enshrined in the most hidden places, the Azran knew that the X would one day be found. And they were, or at least one was. Which means the others may also have been uncovered and passed from hand to hand. Exactly. Which means locating them now won't be a simple endeavor. Hardly expect to stumble across them by chance. I understand, Professor, but that is rather part of the course in our field, what do you say? Yes, archaeology is not for the impatient. Well then, let's get going. Very well, sir. Now if you would all be seated, you'll be taken off shortly. Well, there will be another minigame. So, I doubt that I'll finish chapter 4 of the next stream because it's supposed to be much longer than the previous 3. It's actually Easter, which happening right now this week. As for some reason there are 2 Easterns, and there's no 2 weeks separate between them, right? Wait a second. As for Christmas, there are 2 weeks. As for Easter, first started on April 5th, and the second is actually April 12th. So why the difference between them is just 1 week, and not 2? Also, my question is, why in Russia they saying it's Catholic Easter Sunday, when it's just Easter Day? For everyone, not just for Catholics. It's a mystery, to me. The Boston news is really something. It's like a home away from home, and a flying one at that. She should serve us well in the long journey to come. Now let's enter the locations indicated in the Azran Dome in our system. Wait a second, which calendar? I saw that the difference is 2 weeks, because Christmas is December 25th, and the second one is January 7th. So calendars should not just constantly jump between days. Why for Easter it's just 1 week? Okay, so it's okay that the difference 2 weeks and 1 week? I need better explanation. Let's ask AI. Not sure if I typed it correctly. The text is too small. Nobody? Credence stated Catholic. World calendars and moon cycles? Why Christmas remains fixed? Eastern prefers to wander the spring skies based on more mystical lunar rules? Their lunar rules? Holy shit. But why moon phases? And why not doing the same for Christmas? What the heck is the system? Now let's enter all the locations indicated in the Azran Dome in the system. Oh, I can select where to go, like in Tomb Raider 3? Are you going to teach us how to fly? As much as I'd like you to hold their reins. What reins? Really? Look, merely wanted to introduce you to our state-of-the-art navigation system. Now listen carefully. First, I'd like you to examine the monitor up there about their flight controls. Alright, it's like in Tomb Raider. Choose a destination on the screen and Raymond will set the course. If you ever find yourself some distance away, please don't hesitate to call him via the airship icon on the touchscreen, or if they will be unlocking one destination per adventure, etc. It will be not like this. Who will paint the sister? What? The X, of course. First Sunday after first full moon after equinox. Holy shit. Equinox, it's actually when the spring begins. It already happened? I'm confident you'll find Raymond quite dependable. He's been an invaluable aid to me over the years. Don't remember. Usually I'm checking when autumn starts. Fall. So we just need to touch a destination to set off. How convenient. So actually they played in Digimon X and Pokemon. It's actually much the same as how the London buses work. Actually, Digimon X, its color depends on what you'll get. But for Pokemon, maybe not. They don't care about X. They're all the same. Well, RG has ended for me, but there's a problem. My nose. It's still bleeding inside here and there. So sometimes I'm going straight to the bathroom. Just wipe it out. And I have no idea when Bill is sent. Maybe 10 more days or so. But I can breathe easily right now, no problem. But blood's still here. You don't remember? Start from the very beginning. Again. Pokemon Green. Japanese version. Translated. No need for me to explain twice. New episode. Okay, let's check this new episode. Even 2? But why? Why would the woman want a divorce now, right after I blew that last case wide open? What? As for celebration, surely? Thought she would be proud. Maybe I should forget about Targent, focus on my home life. The darling Clump has a wife? Who are you? Me? I'm the president and so I am a loyal supporter of your cause. Listen, Inspector, I have witnessed your bravery and dedication over the years. You're an outstanding officer. I'm sorry your wife doesn't see that, but you can't really mean to stop now. What do you mean? The Klamgorsky, I know, would never just stand back, let evil villains roam free. He would wrestle them down to the ground. Exhausting? Talk with everyone? And again? Actually don't remember this. Need to replay it on stream. But the hairs on my chest, you're right. This is no time to be mopping. I have a wild criminal organization to deal with. I make light work of those Trojan fields. So he has a wife or not? Don't quite understand. Right, that's settled. Klamgorsky is off on a world tour for the yard. Good luck, my beloved. So this is goodbye. Oh, it can't end like this. In fact, I outright refuse to let it happen. So what if my love is unrequited? Unrequited? I'll go on as before, my steps behind, protecting him wherever he goes. More powerful version? But more powerful version is Generation 3, not 1. Perhaps someday the bubbling flower of love will spring forth from his burly chest. I've always said I would follow you to the ends of the earth, Clump. Now it's time for me to prove my unyielding devotion. The fire of justice and passion burns in my heart too. Let's do this together, Clump, for the yard. Oh, that's all. That's all. Chief Inspector Carmichael, you apprehended the group of thugs that were lying low near the river, sir. Good work. Bring them in for questioning. They're part of something much bigger. I'll stake my life on it. Prep them for everything they've got. Yes, sir. And if I may add, I'm delighted to have you on this case, sir. Don't know what he'll do without you. Better? Like Pokemon Crystal? Well, I'm just doing my duty, Constable. My duty to flush out crime from every one of the city's dark corners. Tell you... By the way, when I was first playing Pokemon Red for Game Boy Advance, but thinking how it's very close to the anime. And next... Wait a second, it's not even close to anime. Not the same at all. I'll tell you who else you couldn't do without. The Eye Bloom. Or maybe I played some kind of mod with proper Team Red? Team Rocket. Team R. Now that's what I call a talented detective, sir. Oh yes, alright, you're dismissed. Yes, sir, I'll get back to my post. Everyone talking about that upstart Bloom, but there's something not right with him. His record's too clean, too flawless. Perhaps it's time to get him involved in the Trojan case. Seems he's hiding something. Not in every game, it's supposed to be available in Let's Go Pikachu? I remember there was something related to Metagross that was still available in the game despite it not supposed to be in it. Or am I wrong? It turns out to be as bad as I think it is. My position as top dog at Scotland Yard will be safe until retirement. Good evening, Chief Inspector. Good evening, Bloom. Are you looking for something, sir? It's unusual to see someone of your rank browsing the archives. Could say the very same thing to you. I've been down in the archives every day this week. Still, you've something got to take a hands-on approach with these things, I suppose. Couldn't agree more. You know, some people simply dismiss me as a young upstart. I hope in my diligence will prove them wrong. Now, if you excuse me, sir. Why, that insolent little... Still, this would be the ideal time to take advantage of his arrogance. Before long, all this will be resolved. Bloom, Turchin, everything. Beldum as gift? But he will not evolve? That's too bad. Still want to collect them all. Oh, wait a second. Catch them all. Good news, dear C.I. Carmichael, sir. Finally I tickled a confession out of that Turchin spy. No one can withstand my chest hair. Excellent work, Worski. I knew you could pull it off. I do believe you'll be looking at promotion in the not-too-distant future. By the way, I recently understand the disadvantage of promotion. The higher your title, the higher your salary, it's much harder to find the projects for yourself. Because usually people are looking for someone who has lower salary, has lower title, instead of some chief who asks like, I don't know, $500,000 per year. So at some point of time you must stop taking promotions, so it will be very hard for you to find a job in the future. I'll be promoted to detective superintendent myself. That's excellent news, sir. This is only the beginning, though. You have to make sure Tarjan are eradicated for good. But I believe police doesn't have such problem. It's only in IT. And to me, Chief Inspector. And that was it. Why was I even reading this? Actually, I don't think that I have all the outfits available. Maybe it's better to look everything next finish it. Near the end of the game. Oh my god, there are 2 more courses. But it's time to go to sleep actually. Okay, maybe in chapter 6 I'll finish whatever it will be possible to finish. Go... thinking actually. If I finish the game, there still will be puzzles to solve. And wasting 1 more stream on them... Well, I'll see at chapter 6, of course. Not right now. So far I finished 35 puzzles. And if I open... Let's double check that I saved. Right, I did save. How many puzzles in chapter number 4? Actually a lot. So in chapter number 4, the final puzzle number is actually 112. I already solved 35 puzzles. Let's open calculator. Minus 35. There will be 77 puzzles in this chapter. So it's like 6 streams that just want to finish it. And again, there's tons of puzzles in chapter 5, but not so much in chapter 6. The finale puzzle, there are only 2 of them. $500,000, yeah, super high. It will be super hard to find a job. Actually, project. You have the job, but you must find the project. And customer is supposed to pay not just $500,000 to you, it's paying even more money to the company for what you're working. As a, well, you'll become contractor, like for Google. So Google will pay maybe 1.5 million per year, and you'll get only $500,000. And are they willing to pay for some chief such huge amounts of money? I doubt. That's super high. Don't actually know the people who have such salary. You're more hungry than sleepy. I'm not sleepy at all, and not hungry. Why is it high? Well, you can check the average salary in IT. It's not 500,000. Let's see. Average salary for chief developer, but it actually depends on who's developer here. In IT in the USA. For the person? Look, it's saying that for chief software engineer, high-level developer role, it's generally between 170,000 and 250,000. So 500,000 is too much for the person, of course. But of course, Google making billions, but they still saving money on the people. It's only because top managers, they don't care about empathy, they care about money. Money, it's like the game for them, it's like score. And they can get high score by not paying people, obviously. Question is, why not to pay people? Where can you spend this money for? For what? What are you going to do with them? Nothing. Yet, it's still happening. Time to raid somebody. Who's still online? Let's see. Why Creedence still online? He's still trying to finish this game? You don't know how to spend money other than to people? In industry? How else can you spend it? Buying licenses? But licenses are not very expensive. Buying technology like GPU? Oh, I don't know. Buying oil to save the country in the future? There will be no oil. They'll have some supply for several months. But companies are not doing this. It's what country is doing. The president's supposed to. Still checking who should I rate. To the owners of what? Wait a second, Range Cat. By owners you mean what? What they own? Of the company? Why do they need so much money? I'm talking about billions, not $1,000. Shareholders. Gosh, they will never spend so much. For what? I personally don't need so much money, that's why I'm donating them. Why say not donating money to... like me, to other people in the company? Like paying bonuses every single month. Well, I need money, but not so much. I need an equivalent amount of money every single month. And that's it. Why do I need to save the money? For what? What am I going to buy? I already have the house, I already have the car. What else should I use them for? I can't imagine this. So, I need only my salary and nothing more. I don't need to double it, because there will be no way how to spend them. I'll just start donating even more, sending money to other people. That's all. Can't imagine anything else. Alright, let's check Layton. He's supposed to finish this game. What? Definitely understand you need much more, but what I'm going to buy? Well, I need to buy GPU, but GPU, the top-notch GPU, the best one, currently costing 4,000. It's not much. It's not like price for, I don't know, Ferrari or something that I don't need. So right now I don't more sellers that I have right now. I have enough. Anyway, that's it. It's almost the rates, like 0 seconds left. Anyway, thank you for stopping by and see you tomorrow. Rich Cats, Tube, Ovan, everyone else. Bye, good night.